How you guys doing? This is Dale from Indie Review, and today I'm going to be reviewing WayInVideo. Let's get to the product review. Okay, guys, here we go. I wanted to show you all the actual WayInVideo clips program. And long story short, like I said before, it's like Opus Clip. If you're familiar with these softwares, basically they take long form content. Like right here, I have a 15-minute video on one of my indie review channels, a 15-minute review that I did of a generator. And then right here, if I go to clips, you can find clips of the same video where it just takes it, one of the things, and it clips it up. So in a nutshell, that's what these softwares do. If you have it is actually great for podcasts. I review products that I purchase and use over the course of time. If you go right here, here's one that I did in my podcast, and it has over many different clips from my podcast, and you can actually go in and schedule these clips to come out across your platforms for like every day of the week for however long you want to. So here it says these are 18 clips. So for 18 days, if I want to choose to, me and my wife, we usually go through them, and you can also have the option to edit them, edit whatever you may not like out of it. A lot of them have an editor, whatever. You can take some words out. But one of the issues that I'm having with WayInVideo clips application slash website is that whenever I go to schedule a post on my social media, like right here, right? Right here it says expired. And one of the issues that I have, and I've talked to their support team, which in my opinion, I know this for sure, but I believe it's probably a bunch of bots or AI. I will say they were very responsive. They did get back to me in a timely fashion. They told me that it might be my software. I mean, it might be my social media, the social media platforms themselves that are causing the issue, causing my social medias to keep not being able to reconnect. Like every day when I come back, it says expired. Now, if I go to Opus Clips, I use Opus Clips for over a year, and look, just one unauthorized, and basically, if it's reauthorized, you have to go back in and just basically just go through and put your password in to your Instagram, and it'll be back in. But with Opus Clips, in the year that I use this software, that only happened to me once, where it kept disconnecting from my social medias. And with this WayInVideo clip software, every day it does it. And even yesterday, I was trying to schedule a post, and even after I connected, I'll show you right now. Watch it act right. Now that I'm actually showing you guys, watch it act right. So right here, right? Oh, that's right. Twitter can't. So for right here, it actually shows you Twitter, and right here, it'll show you in the order. I have Twitter at the bottom, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And when you schedule these posts or these clips to come out, they will come out on across all these platforms. And when I hit publish, oh wow! So yeah, so I guess they proved me wrong. But yesterday when I was trying to post clips on my social media platforms, it kept telling me that my platforms wasn't connected, but yet they were showing that they were connected. And so I messaged the team. You can actually see right here if I pull it up. It's the whole message where I messaged their team. As I said, they did get back to me promptly. I appreciate that. But I think one of the things that really bothered me the most, because one of the things that it did was I ended up wasting over an hour keep trying to post my clips. Yesterday, I meant to go in and schedule my different clips for the next 2-3 weeks, but because the issue kept happening where I was going to post a clip, it kept showing that my account had expired. And then when I would go in and actually reconnect it, it hit post. It was saying, "Oh well, you have to establish connection again." I'm like, I just did that. And so that was kind of my frustration with this software. I never had that issue with Opus Clips. My wife kind of kind of gave me a talk, and she was like, we wasn't having an issue with Opus Clips. Why did you switch for? And I was like, well, Opus Clips is, if you pay for Opus Clips for the year, it's like $179, and this program is like $114 for the year. And I was like, yeah, it's cheaper. And she was like, well, is it really worth it? Like, we're already kind of acclimated with Opus Clips. We don't really have any issues that we've had with it at all since we've used it. So why switch? And I will say, in my wife's benefit, she was right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so I call myself being cheap, saving myself a couple bucks. I didn't want to pay $179. I wanted to pay the $114, and I've had issues with it. Now I will say, I don't want to totally like ambush the software. It doesn't, and I'll do it real quick in real time for you, so you can see. So you go to a video. Let me see. You go to a video, and you just want the link. Copy the link. I'm gonna go back to WayInVideo home, and you drop the link right here, and it cuts up the video for you into different clips, viral moments. I will say, if you don't have a video, this is Dale from Indy. If you don't have a video from YouTube or Rumble, then you can just upload a video from your actual computer or your phone. Now, I will say, that's the one thing. I'll check real quick. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think that's the one thing that Opus Clips doesn't have. They don't give you the option right now to use Rumble. Yeah, I'll try real quick. So I guess they do now. Back when I was first doing it, they didn't give you the option to clip up links from Rumble. But I guess to keep up, and that's one of the things I will say about these AI clips programs, is that most of them all do the same thing. And I think the reason is because they want to keep up with the competition. It's kind of like back in the day. I remember like 5-6 years ago, Verizon was very expensive, and people started leaving Verizon and going to T-Mobile and AT&T. So then Verizon actually started lowering their prices because they started losing a lot of customers. Because one of my coworkers was one who left Verizon because he was grandfathered into an old program, and they raised his price, and he was pissed, so he left and went to AT&T. And then he ended up going back because they actually ended up lowering their prices. So I think that the competition to have many different AI clippings applications are actually good because they help to keep the cost low. But I will say that when it comes to an AI clips program that I've used that I didn't have any issues with, besides, like I said before, the it not at the time I was using it, Opus Clips not letting me not clip up clips from Rumble. I never had an issue with Opus Clips at all. So I think, in my opinion, as it relates to a software that performs well and doesn't have any issues, Opus Clips, I think, to me, is that software. And WayIn, they may have gone in on the back end and actually fixed that issue, because I was telling them, I actually told them right here, and I'll show you. I said, hey, I'll give you to tomorrow. If the issue isn't fixed by then, I'm gonna have to ask you for a refund, because, like I said, like many of us, I have a tight schedule. I work a full-time job. I do overtime most days, and I come home and I make room for my podcast and my any review page to clip up videos and schedule them out for the week. So I don't have time to waste using a software that doesn't work. But let me get to the things that it does well. So you saw I just clipped this up, and you see right here. I will say, me and my family, we live a lifestyle of juicing. I usually juice a gallon to a gallon and a half of juice a week, and it lasts me about a week. I'm not sure if people who actually bought those juice that much, or maybe they juice that. Now, one of the things that I will tell you that Opus Clips has over this software, and let me see something real quick, because I don't want to be wrong. Let's see something real quick. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So one of the things that Opus Clips actually does, and I feel like with this software, if you put a link up here, you can only choose like one option of what you want to do. You can't choose like, let's say I want to AI clippings, and I also want to speech enhancement, and I also want to reframe. And what the reframing does is the reframing is taking your video and putting it in like as if you can see it on a TikTok, YouTube short, or Facebook short. That's what it's doing. But Opus Clips does that automatically. So that's one of the things that I have that I like. Again, I like about Opus Clips. And with Opus Clips, you can also choose many different options. It'll have many different options that you can choose from. But this software, WayInVideo, it doesn't have that just yet. I'm sure they'll be getting that probably in the future because, again, to stay up with the competition. Now, one of the things that this software actually had on day one that Opus Clips didn't have is that Opus Clips has it now, but they also do thumbnails. So you can go right here and, now granted, the thumbnails suck in my opinion. Like right here, me and my wife, our podcast, this is supposed to be me. Of course, if you watch my videos, you know this is not me. So, and you can, again, of course, you can choose to recreate and it'll choose more thumbnails for you. But for me, for my thumbnails, I just use Gemini for my thumbnails. And again, so the things that WayInVideo does well is it does clip very well. If you wanted to actually clip up your video, and right here, again, you can choose bulk, so select all, and bulk editing, and go to resize, and 9:6 is, again, TikTok, Facebook, Facebook short, YouTube short, and Instagram short as well, and it'll do that for you. But on Opus Clips, you don't have to do that. It does it. It actually gives it, when you say clip it, and it's actually interesting because if I'm telling the program that I want to clip it, why would I want to clip it in a regular standard format? It should already be known that I want to clip it like a TikTok type of video or a YouTube short. But you have to actually tell it to do that, versus with Opus Clips, a lot of that things, it already knows to do it for you automatically. So that right there. So WayInVideos, also too, if I didn't mention, WayInVideos, it does, when you go and tell it to when you go drop a link in there and tell it to clip a video, it does it does process and make clips for your full videos a lot faster than Opus Clip does. Is it like a ton faster? No, but it's fast. It's faster enough where you actually can notice it. And Opus Clips and WayIn, they also give you like free credits if you want to try it out, so you can actually try it for yourself and see what I mean. But WayInVideo, I think they're trying to be the Opus Clips competition as of just now. I don't think that they're going to be quite there yet. They did message me back today and say, hey, you know, we do plan to release an update, you know, for your situation coming up soon. So, you know, I just like that they're getting back to me. I might stick with them for a while now that I've tried to post Max video. I mean, post the shorts that they posted, kind of made me look like an idiot. But hey, I'm glad they were able to get that situated. Like I said, yesterday when I came in here and tried to schedule a post for my social media on websites for the next 2 weeks, it would not let me do that, you know. Let me see something real quick. Try to reconnect real quick. So yeah, again, there from any reviews, I decided to take a chance and subscribe to this program. And like I said before, I'll show you real quick the prices, the pricing. So the pricing, if you choose to do it per month, would be $26.99, and if you choose to do it for the year, and for the year, you do have to pay up front. Just to be clear, you have to pay up front. It's $114.93, and it tells you the first year. Then after that first year, it'll go to $161.88. But I will say to you that usually, when I do the year plan, like right now, when I do the year plan, I actually unsubscribed. And I unsubscribe because if you don't unsubscribe, it'll auto renew you. And if you want that, that's fine. But by choosing not to auto renew, they'll actually offer me the $114 again. Like Opus Clips, I didn't auto renew for this year. And then when I went to Opus Clips, to actually, after my plan expired, they actually offered me the same promotion again, which was, I think it was 160. Hold on, give me a moment. So let me see. Again, if you actually look at their plans for the year, if you don't do it by the month, it's $29 a month. If you do it by the year, they it's $14.50 for the month, and you end up paying $170. If you do it by the year, you end up paying like $368, I believe. If you don't choose the year plan, you end up paying like $300 throughout the year by choosing to pay month to month. And if you and what I will say to you is that don't do what I did. Don't pay for the year first. Pay for the month first, and see if you like it, and see if it's everything that that you need in a AI based clips software. And if it's not, then you save yourself from having to pay that money. Now I will say, if you message them and ask them for a refund, they will give you a refund. I messaged because you can see I paid this year, and I asked for a refund because I was being cheap, and went to WayInVideo, and they did issue me a refund within like 3 to 5 days. So thank you, Opus Clips, for that. I appreciate that. And so that's one of the things I will say, like, they will issue you a refund. But also too, one of the things that I also wanted to mention is that if you actually post a lot of videos, if you're a content creator, it actually might be worth it just to hold on. It actually might be worth it just to get WayInVideo. And here's why. Opus Clips gives you 3,600 credits a year, available instantly. That's for the year. WayIn gives you 3,500 credits a month. So with this, it's cheaper. It's cheaper, and you're getting 10 times the credits. Now, the question then comes is, are you going to use those credits? Probably not. Opus Clips, I use it for a year. She has a mom Maven homeschool, stay-at-home mom social media that she does, and she uses it for her one of our friends' podcasts as well. And we didn't come close. I think at the end of the year, when it was time to auto renew, we had over 1,000 credits left, and we be using those. We be using that between 3 or 4 different. Me and my wife have a platform together with a podcast, and then I have a YouTube channel, and she has a YouTube channel, and then our friends. So like 4 or 5 different people were using, for our different type of social media accounts, were using our subscription, and we didn't come close to clipping that 3,600 credits for the year. Now, if you're somebody that posts quite a few times a week or quite often, I would say WayInVideo might be a better option for you. But I just wanted to really, this video was to kind of, one, talk about the WayIn AI Clips software. I haven't really seen anybody talk about it online, any real reviews that don't look like it's produced by AI. Just the different option, Opus Clips and WayIn. Again, WayIn Clips is much cheaper. They do process clips for your full-length videos a lot faster. You may have the reconnecting to your social media issues, which is really annoying, but and they also make thumbnails as well. They make thumbnails, and they do a bunch of other stuff as well. They also allow you can also edit your video on here as well. You can edit your video in text-based as well if you choose to do so. But I didn't, I used DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos before I even clip them up, because usually my process is I record my video, I edit my video in DaVinci Resolve Studio, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then from YouTube I grab that link and put it here, and it clips it up for me, and then I just schedule the different clips to come out of my podcast or my MMB review to come out for weeks in advance. So that's kind of how I use it. For you, you can use it differently. Bit of a higher rate, not by much. If you use it yearly, I'll say out of the two, Opus Clips is a more solid program, meaning that I haven't had any issues with it since I've used it. Now, yes, sometimes it will come to a point where it's like when you try to upload a video and it wouldn't do it. That probably happened like maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Is it annoying? Yes. And I think that's probably because their servers are probably just bogged down. But it usually, if you leave it there, it'll tell you, well, this video wasn't able to process the clips. You just go and do it again, and usually the second time it works. But again, that wasn't something that happened often, and that isn't really like for me, that wasn't really like a big thing, a big issue per se. So again, there from any reviews. Thank you for watching this video, my review on WayInVideo, which is a AI clips application / software. And it's not, I didn't really mean for it to be a comparison between Opus Clips, but because I use Opus Clips for over a year, I wanted to kind of share with you all some differences that they both do and where they're alike. So thank you guys for watching this video. Until next time, peace.